Before his upcoming trial, Melly has one chance to be freed. According to a report, Melly's lawyers are preparing a defense against the evidence the prosecutors presented to the judge. If they are successful, Melly will be free, but when? This left lawyers online to share the date of Melly's release, but it also left rappers sharing their moments with Melly as support, with Drake sharing an old interview he did in which he said,
like YNW Melly, who just has the craziest melodies, pain in his voice, but not afraid to just be like, yeah, sure, I might be this way on road, but in my music, this is what I enjoy doing.
However, it's crucial to comprehend the case YNW Melly is involved in against his county jail in order to comprehend his release date. According to a newspaper, Melly is suing the Broward Sheriff's Office for inhumane treatment and is requesting immediate release from prison. Additionally, Melly says that they haven't let him visit or talk to his family in 3 years because the boy would respond by saying that they've been doing anything they want with YNW Melly, whether it's legal or not, and the prison guards don't give a damn.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen.
If you want YNW Melly released, watch the video. However, this has been Melly's reality for the past 5 years, with the federal government having complete control over him. For this reason, Melly's lawyer is currently suing the county jail, with the support of Melly's mother, who wants her son released. She claims that Melly isn't even permitted to use a phone or even check his own mail while incarcerated and has no contact with anyone.
He has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
Charleston White would eventually notice this and respond by saying that this is how YNW Melly ought to live and that he shouldn't be given preferential treatment just because he is a well-known rapper who is accused of committing one of the most terrible crimes in history.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing, about being mistreated. When you done chose to play somebody.
This ultimately caused much distress for YNW Melly's mother. Jamie King would eventually admit that she is utterly devastated for her kid and feels powerless because he isn't even receiving humane treatment in a prison.
Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This would draw attention from a buyer, who would then discuss the stress Jamie King has been experiencing because his own mother has experienced similar things.
She real, bro. She real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good one.
However, in order to increase the likelihood that YNW Melly would be released prior to the trial day, his attorneys presented evidence from the initial trial. If the case is successful, the new judge will be presented with proof that YNW Melly texted his ex-girlfriend in real time as the crime was being committed, while he was fleeing from the men on the street who were pointing guns at him.
The car, he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juby? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
Demonstrating that YNW Melly was being pursued by a vehicle carrying rival street members. But the prosecution also acknowledged during the YNW Melly trial that no firearm was ever discovered. Melly's attorneys would later present this information to the new judge, providing a strong argument for Melly's expulsion.
The first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what was used.
Okay.
However, after hearing it, the feds would react by compiling a 6-page evidence dossier outlining the reasons why YNW Melly shouldn't be allowed to leave jail. Please leave a comment below if you would release them, beginning with the most crucial piece of evidence, which is what YNW Melly's motivation was. According to a recent Rogo Block member, Melly told King Va a secret. He also disclosed that Melly and King Va became close friends before Va's untimely death and Melly's arrest. Melly allegedly asked King Von for advice on how to deal with the situation where your two best friends are pursuing you for money.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people can say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why you still?
Lawyers would ultimately discover after more research that the YNW Maine is a registered business online. In return for money, YNW Melly and Borland would do performances, sell goods, and run Instagram promotions. The funds would then be sent to the YNW company bank account. If you know anything about how King Von handled his situations, you can probably guess the advice he would have given YNW Melly. Now, when you combine this with evidence found on Melly's phone, hours after the crime, he sent a text message literally admitting to doing this. J. Hood claims that Chaser and Juby wanted a cut of the money, but they did no work for it. They assumed that since there are 4 members in YNW, they all got an equal split of 25% each.
The Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
However, there was also a saved video from someone's Facebook Live that was discovered on Melly's cell phone. It showed Melly and her band reacting to the crime just 6 hours after it was committed, looking like they were having a great time filming a music video in a parking lot.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! The dog still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
Since Melly's attorneys would have a defense, they would say that Melly and Borland had a contract to record a music video on this day at that exact hour, and there was no chance that they would back out for business reasons, so they put on a brave front and went out there and recorded it. Many people doubt whether this is true, but you can leave a comment below with your thoughts, knowing how Melly handled it emotionally and the motivation. The prosecutors then wanted to go into great detail about the physical evidence of the crime, including the Jeep they were driving in, since Sergeant Williams stated during the initial trial that there was no way this could have been a drive-by after looking inside the vehicle they were in.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside of the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
Oh. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time assignment, which is to determine if this is a driver. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by. And it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. At a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
When Williams disclosed that the crime must have taken place inside the car during the Melly trial, they called YNW Juvie's mother to the stand to reveal who was seated inside.
Are you related to one of the kids in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right-hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes.
The families of Sack Jazer and YNW Juvie have been heavily involved. In fact, we witnessed YNWJV's father reveal how Melly and Borland were using code words and witness tampering to prevent Melly's ex-girlfriend from testifying against him during the initial trial, which is again extremely unlawful.
Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Portland Henry, who is known as YNW Portland, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
And like to me, they're going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom.
Yet, oddly enough, Melly and Borland would face fresh accusations just after this WW, according to the local news.
Filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a
However, the federal government wants to ensure that YNW Melly is never free, which is why they would pursue their companion, YNW Borland, who would be jailed for one of the most absurd acts you could ever witness in 2025.
Co-defendant YNW Borland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
When the feds raided the band's home, they discovered crazy documents in a suitcase that Borland had written on a piece of paper listing every juror from the original trial of YNW Melly. The contents of the suitcase read, "Here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of Y&W Band's home, as well as band details of where certain jurors were sitting along with a description of what they looked like." However, given the seriousness of the crime and the evidence I just shared, would you release YNW Melly from jail? I don't think DJ Academics would.
This is sloppy. Portland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh**. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.